Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and I got a lot of good suggestion for the last episode, basically. You can see one of them basically working. Let's say it that way to not be too optimistic. The thing that I have right now is that me and 1953 Dan basically came up with the same idea to use the retractable tunnels. That's one mod that got suggested to basically bridge this gap, but the tunnels are just not long enough. So Dan said, yeah, maybe just use the tunnels to bridge the gap and just have a part that comes in from the middle here with just one arm and then have it fit in there. And I had the same idea to use the shorter pieces to just say, okay, I will use them to bridge this part. So good thing. We basically, I immediately after recording, I went in and did some more tests with merge blocks and all that stuff. And then I also had the idea to maybe use this one. Merge blocks don't work too, because merge blocks also have a different size. They use two merge blocks on each side or four merge blocks on each side. I run into the problem that it doesn't fit, so I can't bring the bridge down and nestle it in between the merge blocks. That doesn't work. It always lays up on one side and then gets crooked. For example, with these connectors, it works. They fit for some reason, and we can take a look, by the way, why that works. So here you can see it. The tunnels stick out just a bit more, and I think it has to do with these basically. I shouldn't use the word basically too often. These two parts are two different blocks, so you can see that this is a block and this is a block. How they fit together, I don't know, but that's what's happening here. And here you see that there's a bit, these are just a bit smaller. Okay, then Solo Spirit had an idea to use a mod called boarding ramp or something like that. I only knew the boarding ramp, the one that comes down and then is, but he found a block that is a different model of a merge block. It is a merge block with a tunnel in the middle. Yeah, see, there we run into the same problem. It will not fit with merge blocks. By the way, with merge blocks, I would have been able to use merge blocks, merge the whole thing, although I don't like it, because I would have to always disengage the merge blocks, then disengage this thing, and then pull it away. So, and again, we run into the problem that it will just not fit. Although I kind of like the mod. This one is when it comes to merging ships, for example, or not merging them, connecting ships to stations. This one is a lot nicer than having just an open merge block. And what I don't know is if this modded block is airtight. And here we come to this thing. And you will see the problem here. The whole bridge is not airtight. It seems that these tunnel blocks or the docking blocks or whatever it is, you can walk really nicely through it. Although I don't know where this came from now. I just wanted to walk back. Yeah. Okay, I don't really care right now. So the thing with this here is, and I hope I don't die again. Oh, okay. It already got picked up. This whole part is not airtight. That makes the whole thing a bit problematic because I want to have it airtight. And we should try if there is other ways to maybe achieve that. So, okay, let me see. Where are my bottles and my stuff? Let me grab all my stuff and then I will come back to you. Another problem I ran into is that this thing, after loading, and by the way, I should... I have the deluxe edition now of the game. A thing I just bought because it was cheap on Steam. I don't know if it's still the thing, but if you own it anyways, you get it a bit cheaper. And now it was a bit more off, and then I thought, okay, now you will just grab that the deluxe edition of it. I didn't even take a look at the old version. I'm playing this game for so long now that I'm not really interested in the old stuff, by the way, kind of. So, another problem I ran into is that the first time I worked with the bridge, the whole setup exploded again. I reloaded this time. Building it again was not a thing I wanted to do. So the whole setup just went up in flames, basically. Where came that from? Basically. I know where that came from. I wanted to keep myself from saying basically again. I had to move the whole thing, fold it out again, and then I was able to use the pistons again. The pistons did the thing that happened. It got crooked all and turned in weird directions. I had the feeling that the whole setup still thought that it is folded for some reason, and then I had to fold it in and fold it out again, and then the pistons started to work again. Okay, this setup is for locking, unlocking, and all that stuff. It's a bit difficult. You have to unlock this stuff. This stuff is to bring air into the whole system. I've connected it up on this side, and I wanted to see it still isn't airtight. So the whole setup is closed off with doors. One thing I want to test is close this off even more. That maybe that changes something. I think it is because this works like a connector, and connectors are just not airtight. So it is the same thing. You have to unlock this docking tunnel thing, and now I have to unlock the connectors here. These work perfectly fine. Then I can pull the whole thing up. It's a bit complicated, but if it would have worked, it would have been a good solution. I will not remove that for now. This is when it comes to aesthetics and for usability, at the moment the best working solution. Let's say it at least that way. So I can walk over this and then go through, and if I need to pull it away, I can just do that with this thing here. If it would be airtight, that would have been a bit better. Another thing that got mentioned by 1WSX10, that he commented on the whole thing and had the idea to maybe use a small grid to connect that. I don't know if the small grid air vents can do what what we want from them, and I will have to test that. That's the next thing I want to do. So I've prepared that here. I will make a line of blocks as big as this whole gap here, set in the connectors. I hope that these connectors also exist for the... Yes, they do. So I can use the smaller blocks for that. That's a good thing. So this works. Now the question is if we can get the tunnel airtight. Can we pump air into it? This will be interesting. Maybe it works. I will start to build more of a line here, and then we will take a look at that. If it works, I can try to connect the whole thing to the... How much do we have? It's 5, I think. I can try to connect the small grid via the rotors to the big grid. That should work. The only thing that I would have to do is I would have to download some kind of mod for the Windows. I want to be able to at least have a bit of a view out of the whole thing, and then I would have to see if I can get some Windows, the Windows in a version for the small grid. Okay, yeah, let me build that and test out if we can fit it to the parts here. So if we can make it in a way where it fits in between here, and if it doesn't rub up against this whole thing then here. Good, let us see if this fits. I made a bit of a, not measurement, but I counted the number of blocks and then took a look how much space do we have. And we basically, I said it again, we have one block too much here. So not too much, it's the number should be even or uneven now. It's we have a certain amount of blocks into that direction, a certain amount of blocks into that direction, and here's one block more. This is what makes it better to work with these things, because you can wiggle a bit with the numbers. I don't know how good it will be in the end if we can fit that into the rotors there. That could be problematic. We will have to see. I want to see if it fits now. I have set the connectors to a pretty low amount of attraction, just so that we can use it, but we are not getting slammed into something. Oh, there seems to be a good amount of gap here. Question is, how well does it work? This is could be attached. How far are we off here? Can we still go? Okay, we could attach it here too. Let us connect this. And then we will do a bit of let me do this and do this so I can find them again later. Yeah, we joked about good naming structures in the comment section of the last episode. So let us really work with that. It locks, and it is very close to each other. The question is how. The question could be if we are able to attach it to the rotors, how will that work out in the end? That could be problematic, that the rotors are crooked then. One thing I need to do is we will close this off. Make a small room that we can fill with air, hopefully. Okay, this, I don't need it to be too crazy, just so that we can stick some air vents on there, and hopefully we are able to fill it. Then let me find some conveyors, the small ones. And now I just have to close this up. Do we now have I don't think that we have, but I might just see. Oh, I have put a reactor on this thing for now. I hope that if I would connect it to the rotors, then that they transfer the power to it. Okay, we don't have anything like Windows, so this would have to be a modded block then too. So maybe I need to decide to get another of these small normal blocks in the small form factor things again. That should be easy to get. Okay, let me open this and open this, and I will put in an air vent. And now the question is, would this air vent be able to fill the room? I don't know if the small ones even are. Come on, let me see it. Oh, it doesn't seem the way. Or these. Go and take a look at the air vent. Must be this one. Or? I know where the problem is. I know where the problem is. That's an easy fix. So we need to also connect up these things. So okay, no, this one doesn't work. Yeah, let me just take normal. Come on. Come on, that has to work now. Maybe. Come on. Can we get a bigger air vent to work with this? Maybe that's possible. Let me cut this out. 8. No. No. Doesn't the small air vent... Oh, why is the door... Oh man, this is just not nice. Air vent. Room pressure 0. Are the small rooms not airtight? Or is the connector itself not airtight? I know the door is. I know that the door is airtight. Or are small blocks not airtight? I might be just out of luck. I might be just out of luck. That might be the problem here. That I just don't get it airtight. And if I don't get it airtight anyways, then I will work with the bridges. They make a bit more of a... yeah, let's say it a bit more of sense when it comes to being comfortable, I would say. This needs to be tested. If it's maybe the side blocks that need to be done in that way, just because it could be that now I lost it. It could be that the sides of the block are not airtight themselves. When they are covered with big blocks, that doesn't matter. But here it could matter. Conveyor. So let me also do this. And now we go back in there and see if that changes something. We close the door just to be completely sure and see if it is turned on. It should be connected. So if this works as... oh man. This also should work as a conveyor. It is connected. So can I... let me... No. Let me remove. Mm. So I will remove this, and then we use a conveyor to connect this, connect an air vent again, air vent, and what is this? Auto level. Do I have anything turned on that I shouldn't have turned on? That would be not nice. I need to take a look at that in a second, but I will have to rebuild the whole structure here again. Let me out. Oh, can I? No, I will not be able to do this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work out. Come on, let me out of here. Can I just stick the whole thing back in there? No, I will have to disconnect it, or? Yes. Let me do that. We'll be back in a second. I want to test something else. I've put in an oxygen generator here, and we will just see if it fills on its own. If that works, then it should work anyways. If it doesn't, then it works. So why doesn't it fill from here? Is that not connected? Or don't they? Are they not interchangeable? They should be just interchangeable. Or? Shouldn't they be just interchangeable? Or have I... Come on, let us take a look. No, I have a block there, so... Don't they work as connectors here? The good thing is now that we know now that the room is definitely airtight. Ah, man, that would be a doable solution for the whole problem. Or that could work out. Let us fit that back in. How is it here? And now we just connect it on both sides. This is the other bridge connector. Just lock it. Oh man, this is neat. If it's just fixable by putting in an oxygen generator, then maybe that's the solution we will have to go. Or it is a different thing now because of something else. I don't know. Can we from here reach other... we have a cargo, this small cargo container. Can we reach anything from here? The small cargo container is this one. Can we, for example, put... I know we can't put Maybe we can put ice in here. 100. That works. So this could be a solution for us using the small blocks. I could try to fit that in there, and maybe that works out. I will still work with this for now and see if I did something wrong that maybe makes this not be airtight. Don't know, maybe it's the glass or something like that. I might try to just exchange the glass in this region and then see if I can make it airtight. I will test that. Okay, people, but I think that's all for today. I hope you liked the episode and you hopefully like the progress that I'm making here. I really like to fiddle around with this. This is really, really neat. And yeah, hopefully we can get this to work. That would be cool. For the next episode, I will download a glass mod or something like that, so that we can, work with Windows on here. And I will do a bit more work on the other bridge, I would say. Good, people. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. See ya, guys.